Welcome to Guild Expedition 2025. The update nobody requested, but here we are, together, staring directly into the jade green abyss. So, what's the deal? Well, the update is currently live on the beta server, where brave volunteers, armed with questionable decision-making and far too much free time, are already testing the new features and submitting bug reports that will be ignored just in time for release. As for the actual launch on live servers, two possible dates. October 28th is the plan, if everything goes smoothly. Spoiler, it won't. If there are issues, and let's be real, there will be, it will shift to November 4th. So go ahead, mark both in your calendar. And if you don't trust Inno's timelines, neither do we. That's why we made this video. Trials, more trials, and unlock costs. Let's start with the trials. You remember trials, right? That part of GE you grind through while asking yourself, is this fun? Or is this Stockholm Syndrome? Well, InnoGames heard your prayers and doubled the pain content with 25 shiny new trials, bringing the total to a soul-crushing 55. But don't worry, they promised us the difficulty doesn't spike wildly. Instead, it's a steady climb, which is like telling someone falling off a cliff that they're gently descending. Now here's where it gets interesting. The unlock costs for higher difficulties reduced significantly. They've lowered the cost multiplier, so your guild won't have to mortgage its town hall just to hit difficulty 4. Even better, you can now see all the unlock costs in advance, which is great news for the 3 people on your team who plan things. Just click the icon in the top left corner of the trial selection window, because where else would you put it? And you'll see a complete breakdown of costs, total and per difficulty. And yes, you can still reference this mid-expedition. You no longer have to scroll through 47 screenshots in the Discord chat to figure out what difficulty 6 is going to cost. Welcome to 2025, baby. New currencies. Yes, 4 of them. Let's talk about what everyone really cares about, currencies. Because what's better than one pointless currency? 4 of them. Now, when you play encounters, you'll collect these thrilling tokens of progress. Common jade coins. You'll get a lot of these and they will feel like participation trophies. Common jade snakes, because apparently coins weren't enough and someone said, snakes, but make them green. Uncommon jade coyotes, this update sponsored by the Discovery Channel. Uncommon jade statues, finally a currency as useless and decorative as your ego. These are split into 2 item stores. One for the common stuff, translation, junk drawer. One for the uncommon stuff, translation, the slightly less junky junk drawer. You can access them right from the GE interface. Both stores refresh every Tuesday at midnight server time, but don't get too excited. Only the item limits reset, not the selection. So yes, that thing you didn't want last week, it's still there this week. Diamonds. Now predictably boring. Here's a plot twist. Diamonds are no longer random. Gasp. Instead of hoping for that tiny sparkle of RNG joy, you now get 30 guaranteed diamonds from encounters starting at difficulty 4, another 30 diamonds from the common store in 3 boring chunks of 10. So that's 60 diamonds per season, exactly what you used to get. But now it's dull and predictable, just like your social life. Reward buildings, shiny new old things. What about new buildings? Oh boy, they've really outdone themselves. You can now get fragments for a bunch of buildings you already own, except they've added a few shiny new platinum upgrade kits for Terrace Farm, Serpent, because clearly what the world needs is more ways to make old buildings feel young again. But wait, there's more. Introducing the ancient temple, It's so powerful that your city can only handle 2 of them at a time. That's right, place it or lose it. No hoarding, no stockpiling, no happiness. It unlocks at Trial 55, which as we covered earlier is basically Mount Everest with a loading screen. Interface changes. Actually useful? In a shocking twist of fate, the UI got some love. The trial window now has pagination like a book, but more confusing. Opens on the last finished trial, so you don't have to scroll like a peasant. Tells you which trial you last played in case memory loss is your biggest obstacle. And those currencies we talked about? They now show up in the interface too, with a cute little progress bar that fills up like a smoothie cup. For the new stores and the main GE interface, progress bars have been added to keep better track of currencies. Currency balances are now visible not only in the GE item stores, but also in the main interface. The currency pouch visually expands as more currency is collected, and a warning will appear once the pouch is full. This serves as a quick reference, while hovering over the pouch provides a detailed breakdown of the balance. Finally, your currency pouch gets fat when you hoard too much, a perfect metaphor for all of us during the holidays. So there you have it, Guild Expedition 2025. It's bigger, it's shinier, it's more complicated than ever, and yes, it's already live on the beta server, where brave souls are willingly suffering through it to report bugs that may or may not be fixed before release. Mark your calendars in pencil. Possible release date, October 28th. If chaos reigns, November 4th. Either way, you're getting this update, not because you asked, not because you wanted it, but because InnoGames made it, and they're proud of it. Remember, trials are temporary. Sarcasm is forever. See you in the jungle, Coyote.